Yeah, yeah. Yeah. You are welcome to
Yeah, my dears, this TG Land Services Company. We are on your way today to teach you guys on how to mount a condenser in a deep freezer chest in a deep freezer. Now, there is something that happens. There is a former engineer who has been working on this unit, and the unit has not been working. So, the owner of the fridge has made up their mind to get another engineer. So, when you watch so far here, so good, we have this is the condenser. This condenser is bigger than the fridge and it's making the cooling not to be effective. Alright, so this is what we want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This other 1, 2, 3, 4, we are going to remove it for us to get the effective and active cooling of this freezer at the end. Stay tuned and watch how it goes. This is a saw blade, you use it to cut it out. Can come close to see what I'm doing as I goes for your viewers to see. Can come close, whatever I'm doing, can come directly to see what I'm doing. Alright, my viewers, this is what we call the capillary. Can you see the capillary? Come close. This is what we call the capillary. We have to cut it off. Alright, so you can see the capillary is out. The next thing you have to do, this is the dryer. The former dryer cannot be used anymore. We have to move it to. As you can see, the dryer is out. The next step we are going to take right now, we have already discussed the condenser line that we are going to remove. 1, 2, 3, 4 is going out. When you watch closely right now, let's look for a way to remove it. We have already cut this place to short it out. As you can see, I'm still trying to remove it. Okay. Alright, you have to get your saw blade to cut down this place. Alright, what is holding it right now is this man that we are talking about. We are trying to separate it off entirely. Alright, my viewers, as you can see, this is what we have done so far. We have removed the 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4 is out. What we are going to do next is for us to look for a way to connect a pipe here that will lead us to go to where the capillary is. Stay tuned and see how it goes. Please, I hope you are getting the close shots based on the viewers. You understand? Like, we can cut off this place I'm talking about. Try to get the close shot of whatever we are doing. In a case that you got this type of fridge, don't panic. All you have to do it the same way we are doing it. At the end, you are going to get the results.
Yes, sir.
Can do be short. Start again.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Alright. So my viewers, we are about to
Are
open
welcome.
the fridge cover for you to see for yourself what we are doing. You have to get a screwdriver to do that. Alright, here we are. Here's that, right? Okay. I'm about cutting here for we to get what let's use this pipe for an additional pipe. Alright, let's go back to the other side. Alright, we want to wedge, so you have to look for a pipe that can help you to. That place is a bit far. Let me come on, let me show you. As you can see, this is a pipe that will enable us to join these together. So you have to look for a pipe that can be able to enter the other pipe freely. As you can see here, the pipe has entered through this place. It's just for us to brace it. Can you see this very well? Alright, let me get the oxygen. Just upload here. You have to get your plier and make sure you badge it very well for the brass not to go and block the suction of the line pipe that you have already. Alright, this is how your being operates. This is your oxygen and this is the acetylene. Right now we are going to weld. Yeah, you have to get your brass and this is your flux, as you can see. Alright, as you can see, it has closed. But while welding, you have to be very careful for your brass not to do what? To block the suction or having a leakage. Now I'm putting the other pipe that will enable us weld the final one on this line. Don't forget to badge it. Okay, we are about to weld the second line on the other side of the pipe. Stay tuned and see the way it goes.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. You are welcome.
Alright, so you can see I'm done with that. What you're going to do now, secondly, is for us to trace the line which we have welded. In the sense, let's check it by this other side. Come. So you can see I'm trying to turn the pipe for it to give me the direction which we need. And while doing that, you have to be very careful for the pipe not to budge. You see, I'm trying to join the pipe here. Alright, I've gotten to where I'm going. As you can see, this is the high side of the condenser, and this other one where it is the previous returning line. The same way we weld the other returning line of the dryer line, the same way you are going to weld the high side. While welding, you have to be very careful. Make sure you are watching the safety of where you are working. Alright, I'm done with that. By what we have welded right now, I'm trying to see if we can power the compressor for us to check the line of the dryer of the condenser line which we just welded initially. So let's check to see how it goes. Before you start powering it, you have to check your lines if it is open. I'm trying to lose the valve from the charging valve. Can you see it? Alright. Alright, let me see. Yeah, my viewers, as you can see, when you watch closely here now, there are some air that is coming out from this place. This is now telling you that the two areas which we have welded is true. There's nothing like form of blockage, because as you can see, the air is coming out from this place. Cut that stuff. Alright, I'm trying to check how the compressor is pumping. Now look very well from this place. When you watch, this is the high side of the compressor, and when you trace it from this place, it will now show you, it will now show you that this is where it started, and from this place it runs to come back to this place. Alright, let's check the capillary to see if the capillary is true. In the same time, when you want to check if your capillary is true, what you are going to do is for you to do what? Use the other hand and close this place. This is the socket line. They call it sunshine line. Alright, the capillary is true. So the next thing we are going to do right now is for us to dress the condenser very well. After that, we have to put on the dryer to see how it goes. Alright, that should be in our next section. As you can see, we are back on the next section. We are done fixing the condenser, and we have reduced the condenser as we said. A normal condenser that will fit in a size of freezer like this is this size of condenser. So the next thing we are going to do right now is to fix the condenser, to fix the dryer. This is what we call a fridge dryer. When you watch it closely, this is what fridge dryer looks like. It has a cover like this, and this dryer is a kind of a component that has a filter inside that can filter if there is any moistures or dirtiness that want to pass through it, it will not pass. So when you want to weld, you can place it this way first. This one comes to the big mount, and the capillary, this is what we call the capillary. Can you see it very well? This is what we call a fridge capillary. It has a little hole and is a tube. Alright. Okay. We are about to brace.
Yeah. Yeah. You are welcome.
As you can see my viewers, I'm trying to weld very well. When you are welding, you should avoid leakage at a particular place which you are welding. What I'm using to weld is oxygen and acetylene and a brass rod with a flux. Where is it flow? Is it there? Alright, this other side have to go to with easy flow. Whenever you are welding the capillary area, it has to go with the easy flow, not brass. Alright my viewers, we have to check what we have done so far. You know, okay. Cut off the cord. Yeah my viewers, as you can see, we are back on how to refill the air conditioner. When you watch closely, this is the hose. You will plug it here. I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. Alright, by so doing, you have plugged it. Secondly, this is the second hose. You have to plug it on the refrigerant that you want to use. After that, the next thing you are going to do is to open the valve of the content of the gas you are using. Despite in your area, whatever content you see in your country, what matters is to know how to refill it. Alright. Watch this please. If the compressor starts, it's going to suck down. As you can see, the gauge has gone down. Okay. Now let's watch how it goes on the refilling. You don't need to go there, watch here. That place doesn't have anything to do. Close this. It's leaking. More than once. Yes, my viewers, as you can see, the gauge has just started going down. So what now happens is that whenever you put on the gas, the gauge will goes up and drop back. So let's see how it goes. As you can see, the gauge is up right now. The gas is entering. You are going to be with us in this section for us to get it right, to see how it goes finally. Stay tuned.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. You are
When you
welcome.
watch closely, the gauge is still rising. When you lock it this way, that means you have shut up, you have stopped the gas. The unit will still be running. As you can see, I'm still putting on the gas. This is how for you to know if the gas is entering or not. Whenever you are filling a refrigerator, you should get a gauge. This is what we call a gauge. This is a gauge. A gauge normally comes with 2 holes or a 3 holes, depending on the PSI that you are using and depending on the pressure of the gas which you are using. But on a normal terms, you have to have a gauge that has 2 holes that will enable you to plug it to the compressor, and at the same time that will enable you to do or to plug it to the gas bottle. And with that, you can be able to do what? To be opening and be locking for the gas to be entering. Alright, so far so good. We are still on the refilling of gas. When you watch here, this is what we call the condenser. As an engineer, when you are refilling the gas, you have to come to touch. When you touch the condenser this way, if the condenser is not heating and you have refilled, you have put in a new content of refrigerator and this place is not heating, that is equivalent to telling you that the unit is not working. For the reason that there is a refrigerant on the unit, when you touch it like this way, it will be heating, it will be condensing. While this place is heating, in the terms of refrigeration, we call it condensing. As you can see right now, let me check how many that is being condensed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I might tell you that the whole of the condensers have condensed. As you can see so far, it is working very well. So this shows that our unit is working. So let's now check what happens in the inside. As you can see, the whole of the condenser here is heating. This is what makes you to know that the unit is working. In no distant time, we are going to check the inside to know how it is inside. I don't really know where you're watching. In the country you are, some people in your country they normally use a gas bottle like this. Some of the US, Canada, I don't know, mention it in the country where you are watching. Some of the countries they use a normal bottle like this, and some of the individual countries like some of the African countries can also to use a bottle like this. It's what matters is the content which you have inside. So keep monitoring the gauge and see how it works. What we have on the gauge here, you can come close to the gauge. I just want you to understand what we are doing. When you watch, the gauge is equivalent to 5 psi. It's not up to 10. It depends on how the unit is going to work, determines how we are going to put another inlet of gas. All right, stay tuned. Come over here, let's see the inside and see if we are really getting results so far. Okay, it's starting from down. It's okay. Let's allow it to run. Yeah, my viewers, when you can, I want to let you guys to understand one or two things. Initially, when the video started, I taught you guys something that this condenser, we cut it out from this one because the previous engineer that has been working on the unit, he placed all of them in one fridge. But when you check it very well, putting an excessive condenser in a particular unit can stop the cooling to reduce. In the sense, when the unit is running but there is no more functional pressure, it will slow the cooling inside. So what we did is that we have to remove a line from the condenser. We removed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what we have here remaining that is working is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Adding to this one is 15 lines condenser. But when you add up this 15 line condenser together, the unit will work, but the cooling effective in the inside will be very slow. So what I'm trying to teach you today is that whenever you want to work on any refrigerator, you should do what? Try to find out the normal size of condenser that can work on that unit effectively. Any size of condenser cannot work. Try to know some of the units or some of the deep freezers, they can use what they call 10 lines, 11 lines, 13 lines. Some of them can use 9-line condenser, but it's your duty to do what? To check. But through this video today, you can find out that we have tried to get it right for you guys to know what is happening. As you can see, the unit is working. So let's give it more time to check the temperature from the gauge. Stay tuned. Okay. I'm trying to put more gas to the unit. As you can see, I've locked the gauge. When you watch the gauge closely right now, it's kind of stepping up to 10 psi, but it's not up to 10 psi. All right. One of the things you have to know again when you are working on a refrigerator, after your welding aspect of it, you should try as soon as possible to check if there is any kind of leakage through where you have welded before, because if the gas is dropping through where you have welded or where you have brazed, the gas will keep going out. The more you are refilling it, the gas will keep dropping. So in the same sense, you should be what very observant to know if your gas is intact or not.
Game on deck.
Alright, shut it down. Okay, we need to stop. Alright, my viewers, as you can see, we are ending up this section right now. I want you to understand something before we shut the camera down for you to observe what we have done so far. This is the gauge. Alright, this is the gas bottle that we are using. And when you watch closely here, this is the compressor and this is how it goes. Try to watch this very carefully for you to know what we have done so far today. Alright, see you in our next class. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. You are welcome to teach.
Yeah, my viewers, we are back again to make you guys understand what we have discussed on the previous video. Alright, this is how it goes. Let's go to the board. Before we go to the board, I want you to view here. Let's know what we have here. Come close. Let us see what we have here. This is a AC compressor. This is a capacitor. And this is outdoor fan module. Now, I want to give you the breakdown from the board that will enable you guys for us to work together to see how this connection of the theory will also help you to the practical aspect. So let's see how it goes. Alright, the number one point here we have is what? How to connect capacitor. Okay? Number two says how to know how many UF capacitor you can use in AC compressor. Now the three says how to know how to connect AC compressor. Alright, these are the three components that we have today, and we have to discuss it and learn about it and start it together. Alright. The number one place we are going to start, this man is the capacitor that we are talking about, is how to connect the capacitor. Alright. How to connect the capacitor is, let's come to this place. This is the diagram here. This is the diagram. This is the capacitor. And when you watch, we have already discussed that before. We have something we call what? Fan line, which is here. Yeah, this is the fan line. When you watch closely here, you see something like fan. Yes, this is fan. And when you watch here, we have what we call neutral line, which is this C. As you are seeing it here, come close. This is the C line. When you watch closely, there's C here. You can see it very well. And when you watch closely here, you see what we call the ham line, the ham terminal, which is here. When you watch very closely, you see the ham line on this place. It's very clear for you to see. Alright. So to connect a capacitor simply means you also do what? To connect a compressor. Alright. Now, let's go directly for you to understand what we are saying. We are starting a compressor which is 1 horsepower. The capacitor you are going to use for a 1 horsepower compressor is what? 30 UF for 1 horsepower compressor. Any 1 horsepower compressor in the whole world normally use what? 30 UF capacitor. Alright. Now when you come down here, you see what we have here. We have compressor 1 horsepower AC, which is has that you can see what we write here, CRS.
In the normal terms of refrigeration, in technical terms, it's called common running starting. What did I say? Common running starting. So when you watch down here on the board, this is what we call a wire. It's a cable. It's what we call a cable. The cable normally have what we call red wire and blue wire and earth. We'll come to that in practical. And when you see here, what we have here is what? A fan motor. Watch it here. Go up here. A fan motor for outdoor. Have you seen it? Fan motor for outdoor. Now, when you see the fan motor, it has what we call 3 wires. It has the speed line and the capacitor line and the neutral line. When you watch down here, this is the socket of this component of what we are doing. This is the place you put it as a source. Just keep grasping the board. I'm coming. Now, the next thing we are going to do is for us to discuss how to connect this on theoretical aspect of it before we come back to the practical. Alright. I said for the first time, capacitor connection and compressor connection and fan motor connection, we are doing it both together. Alright, this is how it goes. Firstly, you are going to start with your wire. When you watch closely right here, this is the lifeline of the wire. You take it from the wire. When you watch here, this is what we call cable, wire cable. You take the life wire directly to the common, to where we call common running starting. This is the common. The life wire will go directly to this place. When you watch, is the red is being connected by the life wire. When you watch it very well again, this is the neutral line. The neutral goes directly toward the capacitor C. I showed you guys that initially here. This is the C line. You can go close for them to see what we are doing. You see, we will connect the neutral directly to what? To the C. And at the same time, when you watch this R is what? The running. You have to do what? Take your wire directly to what? To the capacitor here to make sure that this running have come in contact with the neutral line. It's very clear here. After that, the next one that is being that we are not talking about is what? The starting. When you trace the black starting wire, it goes direct to what? The arm terminal of the what? Capacitor. So when you watch it closely, the capacitor here and the compressor have gotten what? Power. Now, the one that is being left over here is what? The fan motor. The fan motor, when you watch, you have the red wire, the capacitor wire, and the black wire. This capacitor, this speed line, you take it what? Directly to what? To the lifeline. As you can see, the speed line always work with the life wire of the wire. And now when you watch the other line, which is the capacitor, is what? If you trace it, it goes directly to what? The fan capacitor what? Terminal in the capacitor, which I have said so far. And when you watch down here again, the other one being left out is what? The neutral line, and it goes directly to what? The capacitor terminal in that place. What we are doing is not being confusing. We are making it for you guys to understand what we are doing. Alright. So with that, if you plug it to get current. So what we are going to do in addition right now is what? The connection of the practical. This is the fan motor which we have thought about. It's present here, and this is the capacitor. It's present here, and here is what? The AC compressor. This is the AC compressor which we have drawn on the board, and this is the capacitor on the theoretical aspect of it, practical aspect of it. This is the capacitor, and this other man here is the fan motor. All right. Watch very carefully to see how we were able to connect it and power it for it to start practically. Alright. I can come close. Let's start from this. Come close, come close. Alright. My viewers, when you watch here now, I want you to get something very clear for you not to be confused in anything. You cannot be in this lesson and after everything you did not learn anything. No. Now this is a cable. Watch it very well. This is a cable. When you watch it, it's a cable. This is what we call a 13 amps socket plug. Alright. And when you watch closely right here, this is what we call workshop flex wire, and it has 1, 2, 3. Now in this, you can come close. In these 3 wires, when you watch very well, this is brown. This brown represents what? The live. And when you watch well, this is what? Blue. This blue represents what? The neutral. When you watch this other one, this is what? Earth. And this earth is for the earth wire. Now back to the board. I want you to understand something. Come close, come close. Can you say, can I get what I'm doing? I want you to understand something. Now, this brown represents this man called what? The live wire. This blue wire represents what? This other man called what? The neutral. And this is the earth, which is this other man here. Alright. Back to the connection of what we are going to do today. I want you to watch very carefully and be very, very observant on what we are doing. Alright. You can come close, come close. We have to start with the capacitor. We have to start with what we call the capacitor connection firstly. Alright. This is the capacitor. This other one here is what? The fan wire. It has what? Yellow, blue, and red. And this one is going directly forward to the live wire. Let's start. Come close, come close, come close. I hope you see what I'm doing. Alright. Now, for you to see how everything works, you have to watch very carefully and be very, very observant. This is a 3-cord wire from the fan motor, and this one that is yellow is going directly to the what? The live wire of the cable that we are using. I've connected this one. I'm waiting for something else. Just hold on. Alright, come on down to this place. When you watch in this cover, there is something being written here. Yeah, as you can see, this is the compressor terminal. When you watch very well here, there is something here. This is what? CRX. I getting it. This is the compressor terminal, and it represents for common running starting, which is the same thing that we showed you guys on the board here. Initially, this is something that we show you guys here. Common running starting is now coming back to what? To the real practical aspect of it. As you can see very well, there is nothing here you cannot understand if only you can follow this video accordingly. This is what? Common running starting. Let's see how to connect it for it to start. Watch very carefully. What you have to do is to do what? You lose this place for you to see directly the clips directly from the terminal of the compressor. Okay. When you watch carefully here, this man is the common, and when you watch, this is the common here, this is the common, this is the common. Right now, let's go back to our wire that we connected right here. Okay, I brought back this other wire. I've come back to this other one that I've connected the fan line. Get the fan. They have connected the fan motor. This is the wire for the fan motor. When you watch closely right here, the wire is being connected by the wire we are going to go to put for the socket. Watch what happens. This man now that is being on this overload is what common. Now you do what? You add it to this place. You add it to this place. You have automatically connected the common to the live wire. I hope this is very clear. The one that is not being connected right now is the what? The blue and the arts. The only one being connected right now is what? A live wire that represents what? The brand. But this is the live wire of the AC starting. And this one that being connected here as the live one is what we call common. We connected it to the common. The common represents the live wire. Alright, on the second thought, what we are going to do, watch very carefully how everything goes. Alright? Now, back to this one. Back to what we say, common running starting. Common running starting, alright? Now, this is the running. This running have to go to what? The neutral. I'm coming for that. Okay? This is the neutral. This is the neutral. That is, let me say, the way I said it last time, I said this is what common running. The common is being connected right here, and this is the neutral, and this is where the neutral is coming. Watch very carefully. Watch very carefully. I'm trying to pin this wire so that the neutral is going to connect to this power. Watch very well. We are not going to be fast so that you'll be able to understand what we are doing. Okay, this is what I'm doing right now. You are not seeing my camera. Okay, this is the neutral of this wire, the inlet wire. This is the neutral. Now, the running of the compressor, I'm connecting it to it. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm connecting it to it. The running is being connected to this power wire. And now, this is the capacitor that we talked about, the 30 UF capacitor, which we have discussed. When you watch very well, we are going to plug this neutral wire on C, which is the C, come here, which is the C, which we discussed here. And when you watch it, this is the neutral. Now, the neutral is coming on C. Look at it. I've already plugged it here. When you watch now, it's on C. The neutral wire is on C. When you follow this thing practically, the way we did it from the board and the practical aspect of it, you are going to do the same thing I will do, and you are going to get the result. I'm now going to drop it. Okay? The next step I'm going to take right now is the word, the starting. Let's go back to the word, the board. Come to the board. This is the starting. We have connected common running, and this starting right now, which went to this arm. What? Go to the word. Which go to this arm. Let's make it practical. All right. This is the starting. Let's look for a clip that we are going to use for that connection. Okay. When you watch here right now, this is the arm. Watch this very well on the camera. Okay. I'm going to plug this clip here. Is always a clip on the capacitor that is always staying alone. It doesn't be connected to anyone. All right. This is the wire. I'm going to connect it right now to the starting wire on the compressor. As you can see, I'm doing that by twisting the wire together. As you can see right now, I'm doing that in the same time for you to understand what is going on. I'm trying to tighten it because it's too bogus to the terminal. Hold on. As you can see, I'm trying to push it in. Okay, when you watch closely right now, I've plugged it in. What matters is not the colors of the wire. What matters is for you to learn the diagram from the compressor terminal. This is common, running, starting. They are all connected. They are all connected. Before we on it, we are going to make a refresh of what we have connected. Alright, so far so good. We are back to the fan motor. This is the fan motor. Have you seen it? This is the fan motor. Go to the wire. The only wire remaining on the fan motor is only two, red and blue. What happens to them? Alright, this is what will happen to them right now. This other neutral, okay, have to go where? It has to go to the capacitor neutral. Okay, I'm trying to plug it for you to see how it goes. I'm trying to give it current. Alright, when you watch closely, I have already fixed this one right now. The only one remaining is the red. This other red is going to stay on its sec on the fan line on the capacitor. Hold on, let me see. Okay, this is where we are. Look at me. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to tap in current to the fan line on the red wire for it to be able to get current. Alright, when you watch closely right now, this other man here, which is the fan, is without a clip. Right now, I'm going to plug the fan line to it for you to understand what we have taught you guys. Alright, as you can see now, this is the fan line here. Hello, come here. This is the diagram that we used initially for you to see the fan motor, which is this man. And now, watch closely here. This is the speed line, which is the red wire. I have done what? I have taken it to the live. Now, when you watch, the whole connections is being connected, right? So let's talk about it again for you to understand. I said what? Come back to this place. This is common running starting. The common being the yellow wire of this overload have to be connected by the live wire. Watch it. This is the live wire of this cable. The red one is being connected to this, and this is the only place for this white the red wire, which is the live. You have to connect only the fan line here and the compressor line. This is the only one that can receive live. As you can see, it has been done. When you come to the neutral, the running is on this neutral. This is the power that brought it here, and the compressor running is here, and the fan running is here. And when you watch closely here, this is the single for the fan, and when you watch closely here too, this is for the what? The arm of the compressor, which is the starter. Alright, when you watch closely right now, what is remaining is for us to do what? To put it on a socket. Alright, this is where we are now. This is the socket, the plug of the connection we have done there. You are now taking it to a socket. The socket is off. You plug it. As you plug it, you are to do what? To on it. And come this way. Yes. Now, my viewers, I want you to understand what we have done. We have done the connections, and for you to know you got what you did, watch here. This is what we call the high side of an AC compressor. What I'm doing, I'm trying to pump the compressor to see if we got the connection. I want you to observe from yourself. As you can see, this place you see is sucking. This is the suction of the compressor. I want you to understand what we are doing. When you watch here, the capacitor is here. When you watch here, the fan is turning. Look at it, it's turning. You understand? It's turning very well. Allow it to turn for a while for them to understand what they have done. We are together in this lesson, and I want every one of you who has spent your time to watch, who has spent your time to follow up, to see the practical aspect of what we have done on the theoretical aspect. This fan is what is on, as you can see, is turning. If it was on the unit, the blade will start turning. But we have done what we're supposed to do. The other things remaining on the unit is just what everyone have to do. Watch it very well. The fan is turning on itself. It's rotating on itself. When you watch, what is powering them is only this 30 UF capacitor that we talked about there. That is the only thing powering the two objects that we have here. When you come back to this place again, you see that this is the total body of the compressor. You can hear the sound of the compressor. Watch it very well. As you can see for yourself, it's pumping. This is the way. Okay, let me just break something down. This is a compressor. Whenever you connect your compressors, for you to know if the compressor is pumping, you have to pump from this place. When you hold it, you can check the pressure of the compressor. You can hear it. I'm holding it. You hold it for a while and you leave it. You hold it again. It's pumping. So when you come to this other side is the socket. It will suck my hand in. You see it? It sucks in my hand. As you can see, my hand is being inside. It's sucking it in. This is the suction. When it comes to AC compressor, and this place you see is called accumulator. This is the accumulator of a compressor. It's sucking in. And this place, as I said earlier, is the pumping aspect of the compressor. This is the pumping. This is the place that normally push the heat to the condenser, and before you know, it will start producing cooling. When you watch directly again on the board, you can understand the theoretical aspect of the board, what we have taught today so far. Go up, let me see something here. I said, yeah, as you can see the board, what you have there is what? How to connect capacitor, number one. Number two says how to know how many UF capacitor you can use in AC compressor. Now the answer is what? 30 UF for 1 horsepower. The number three says how to know how to connect AC compressor, which we have done here today, which we have done from the theoretical aspect to what? The practical aspect. And this is the diagram for the compressor that has common running starting. As you can see on the board, it is there. On the other side is what we call the capacitor, which is this, that has a 3-pin 1, 2, 3, that has what? Fan. From the fan, it has what? Ham, which is the starting of the compressor. From this place, you see what it has, the C. And when you watch closely right there, this is the wire which you use in connecting it on the board. The other hand here, what we have here is what? We have the fan motor for outdoor, and this is the outdoor fan motor, and it is running. As you can see, it's turning, it's working because the connections which you and I did was very 100% okay. And this is the capacitor. We have used the 30 UF capacitor which we have used in connecting both the fan and the compressor together. As you can still hear the sound of the compressor is still steaming because the connection is okay. This plate is the plate you are going to hold. Whenever you finish connecting your compressor, you have to hold it to check the pumping. And this compressor you are seeing here is 1 horsepower compressor. It's not any one, this is 1 horsepower. So my friends and my viewers, I will urge you to watch this video very carefully, and I will always beg you to listen very carefully for you to understand what we have done together. With this, anybody who goes through this lesson today can be able to do what? To connect a capacitor and to connect what? A fan, an outdoor fan motor with a capacitor. So please, my friend, our aim of doing this is to do what? To educate the world, to educate whoever that is willing to learn in refrigeration aspect. We'll be always coming to your way, teaching you guys on how to do what? To repair your air conditioner. Anyone who want to partake on online training, don't fail to contact and comment or call our phone numbers. We are very reliable and we can give you whatever you want in your area. You can learn from wherever you are. Okay, my viewers, keep observing what we have done together. You can still go back to the board for them to see the diagram in full shape. Wow, this is wow, because I'm happy that a lot of people are going to learn from this. Don't fail to contact TG Roland Services. I don't really know. We are going to dismantle it. When dismantle it, you can still see the way we did it and we'll couple it back. The fan is still rotating. I'm not too fast to cut the video because there are some persons who requires to understand it too well, and this is still the capacitor. When you watch, it's a 3-cord capacitor. 3-cord capacitor. When you watch here, this is the compressor. What you are seeing here is what we call overload. That is the overload that we are talking about to enable 6 compressor to start. Alright, my viewers, as you can see, I want to put it off. Let me go directly to the socket and off it. Okay, let's go directly to the socket. Alright, here is where we are. We are back on the socket. We are back on the socket. The sound you are hearing, you are going to hear it no more. This is the off. As you can see, as you are not opening it, you have to unplug it.
You are welcome to TG Roland Services, your #1 stop for all your air conditioner and refrigeration challenges. We offer nationwide services in installation and repairs of all kinds of air conditioners. We also repair refrigerators and sell all kinds of refrigeration spare parts. At TG Roland Services, we offer mentorship and training programs. Visit our head office today at #104 Afam Road, Oyibo River State, or our branch office at #3 Danny P Street off Elekaya Rumu Kalabo, Port Harcourt, River State. You could call our phones on 0806 270 4556 or 0806 544 5143. Reach us on WhatsApp 0806 544 5143. You could as well reach us on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Google Business at TG Roland Services. Our website www.tgrolandservices.com.ng. TG Roland Services, your number one stop for all your air conditioner and refrigeration challenges.
TG Roland Services. We are the best in the game. We are the best. Oh. Yeah, this is TG Roland. Services. Yeah. We are the best.
You are welcome to TG Roland Services, your number one stop for all your air conditioner and refrigeration challenges. We offer nationwide services in installation and repairs of all kinds of air conditioners. We also repair refrigerators and sell all kinds of refrigeration spare parts. At TG Roland Services, we offer mentorship and training programs. Visit our head office today at number 104 Afam Road, Oyibo River State, or our branch office at number 3 Danny P Street off Elekaya Rumu Kalabo, Port Harcourt, River State. You could call our phones on 0806 270 4556 or 0806 544 5143. Reach us on WhatsApp 0806 544 5143. You could as well reach us on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Google Business at TG Roland Services. Our website www.tgrolandservices.com.ng. TG Roland Services, your number one stop for all your air conditioner and refrigeration challenges.
TG Roland Services. We are the best in the game. We are the best. Oh. Yeah, this is TG Roland Services. We are the best.